Hey guys, and welcome to another Apple Store vlog. Today I'm heading to Apple Store with my friend. I'm gonna pick her up and she's actually looking for a new iPhone right now, and she's considering getting the iPhone 11, and I actually don't know if she's decided yet if that's the iPhone she's actually getting, but I'm coming with her to the Apple Store because I love the Apple Store and I'm gonna take every chance I get to go there. This is actually gonna be one of the last times we head to the Apple Store before the release of the new iPhone 14, so this is probably like the calm before the storm, I feel like, because after the new iPhone comes out, the Apple Store is always like really crowded, just like everyone picking up their new iPhone, needing help setting up their new iPhone and all of that. But yeah, let's head to the Apple Store. So the Apple Store was really crowded and loud today, so I'm just gonna do a voiceover. But here we're looking at the iPhone 12s and we just fell in love with the colors. My friend loved this green color and I have to agree, it's so pretty. It's like a forest green, and of course I just always gotta check out the light pink iPhone. It almost looked beige today, but it might be the lighting. I'm really curious to see if there's gonna be a pink iPhone 14. And then here's the blue iPhone. This is also such a beautiful color. And here we're just comparing my friend's current phone, which is an iPhone 7 with iPhone 11. And what's so fun about the iPhone 11 is that it comes in so many different colors. There are 5 colors if you don't count the product red. And also here we compared my iPhone 12 Pro Max with the iPhone 12 and we realized they are actually very different colors. Like mine has more of a cold tone, and here we were comparing the weight between the iPhone 11 and iPhone 12, and even though the iPhone 12 looks thicker, it was actually a lot lighter. But otherwise, externally, the main difference is the corners, which are rounder on the iPhone 11 and sharper on the iPhone 12. Here's just the iPhone 12 in purple, such a pretty color. Should I get the iPhone 14 in purple? I don't know. You guys actually thought so on my Instagram story. And wow, when we saw this phone, I haven't seen the iPhone in gold for the longest time, and when we saw this we were both like, wow, it just gives sunset vibes, I think. Here's the iPhone 11 in black. I think it's a pretty color, but it's like very shiny. It's like a mirror, even though there's a lot of fingerprints in this one, kind of gross. So the thing is, we kind of wanted to go to the Apple Store to compare the colors of the iPhone 11 so my friend could choose a color, but since it's an older version, the Apple Store only has like every single color of the iPhone 13 and 12, but not the iPhone 11, so they only had it in black and teal. Alright, so we're back from the Apple Store. The Apple Store was so crowded today, like right after payday, so people were just going crazy shopping. I'm gonna give you an update on my friend's iPhone, but first I just want to come here and talk a little bit about why you would get an iPhone 11 or just any older iPhone model in 2022, like if it's even worth it. And I actually did a little bit of research, just kind of like compare the iPhone 11 with the iPhone 13, which is the latest model. Obviously there's just like a week or two left until the iPhone 14 comes out, so then it's gonna be even a generation older, but for now there's 2 newer generations. So I would say like the main reason for why you would want to get an iPhone 11 or an older iPhone is because of the price. It's obviously a lot cheaper. Yeah, so the iPhone 11 costs $499 in the US and around $600 in Sweden. It's a lot more expensive in Sweden, which is really annoying. Also, if you want it even cheaper than that, you can actually find it on like Walmart refurbished for $300. There are a bunch of options and colors here, and let me tell you guys, this is such a great deal in 2022 for a fully, actually very well working iPhone. The iPhone 11 has an A13 Bionic chip and the iPhone 13 has an A15 Bionic chip. There's this really great website where you can check out all the differences, like in very technical terms, like speed and everything in detail, so I would really recommend to check that out. I'm not gonna go through everything, but pretty much the key differences between those chips is the speed. So the iPhone 11 might be a little bit slower, but I mean, is that something you're really gonna notice in your everyday use? Probably not if you're not like really into the technology and you're comparing the iPhone 13 with the iPhone 11, especially if you've never used an iPhone 13. You're not gonna notice. We're talking about like milliseconds, and that's a very first world problem, so I don't think it really matters. And also with the A15 Bionic chip, like, you're gonna have 5G, which the iPhone 11 doesn't have. They actually say 5G can be up to 100 times faster. That's in the right conditions, and I have the iPhone 12 right now and my boyfriend has the iPhone 13, so he has 5G and I don't, and sometimes his phone actually has a faster connectivity speed, but it's been a matter of like a few seconds and it's only occasionally, so I want to say for me at least that's not a deal breaker. And yeah, next let's talk about the camera. That's like the only negative I could find, I guess. I think you can see a big difference in the camera quality from the iPhone 11 to the iPhone 13, and now that the iPhone 14 comes out, you're probably going to see an even bigger difference because the iPhone 14 will hopefully have an even more upgraded camera. But however, the iPhone 11 camera isn't actually that bad if you look at the specs. Like, it has the same 12 megapixel primary camera as the iPhone 13. It also has an ultra wide camera, night mode, smart HDR, which improves lighting and colors in your pictures, and it also supports 4K when you're recording in 60 frames per second. So yeah, the only thing missing are a few features like cinematic mode and some photographic styles, but I think if you mostly use the camera for snapchatting, taking like Instagram pictures, and you don't use the iPhone camera for a living, I would say it really doesn't matter. It's still good quality. To summarize, I think it's actually a really great idea to get an iPhone 11 instead of a newer iPhone if you want to save some money or just don't feel like it's worth it, honestly, to pay that much for an iPhone if you don't really need the new features. So although it can be really tempting to get the new iPhone with the upgrades, but that doesn't mean the older iPhones aren't working anymore. Like, they're working perfectly fine. Definitely go to the Apple store, just check out the iPhone 11 or any like older iPhone models, and if you don't notice anything that just feels off to you, and I would say definitely get it. Also, maybe the biggest reason why you won't get an iPhone 11 is that it will have the iOS 16 upgrade just like all the other newer iPhones, so you will get all these new features just like the newer iPhones. Honestly, I think this is the best iPhone deal you can get at the moment. It is a good, very well working iPhone to a very good price. Also, it's not overpriced anymore. But for my friend, she hasn't decided if she's gonna get the iPhone 11 or the iPhone 12, but she did decide that she wants to wait until the iPhone 14 comes out, so that hopefully there will be a price cut. So I will definitely make a future video of the phone she decides on getting, and also the iPhone 14 once it comes out, so definitely subscribe so you don't miss any of those videos. So anyways, I wanted to make this video to just talk a little bit about the older iPhone models, because I feel like I always make videos about these new iPhones, and then like there's always people feeling pressure to get the newest iPhone when there's like really good options out there. So yeah, I really hope this video helped, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next video.